Welcome, collectors and diecast enthusiasts. Thank you so much for joining me for an all-new edition of Diecast Emporium. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing the 1/50th scale Universal Hobbies Komatsu WA600-8 stone handler. This wheel loader, as its name would imply, is specifically designed and configured to handle stone and rocks. As you can see, it has a larger counterweight at the rear and two different attachments, a stone bucket and also a stone pallet fork. So, as you can see, the box is now in the all-too-familiar Universal Hobbies style, the two-tone colors of blue and white, the Komatsu logo at the bottom, exact 1/50 scale die-cast scale model. The use of space is adequately used with three different pictures of the machine at work. This side shows the model with the bucket attached. Forks are also in the bottom. The back has the forks attached and a little caption which reads, including a stone handling bucket and fork, easy to change by use of a screwdriver, machine equipped with additional counterweight compared to the standard version. Finally, the other flap has the loader with the buckets moving some small stone. All right, let's begin the unboxing. This model does have a few twisty ties that you will have to undo, but nothing as bad or compared to the Komatsu 475 loader. It also has, obviously, a styrofoam configuration, a two-piece styrofoam that you do have to remove. Once you've done that, you carefully lift the wheel loader out. Now, the loader comes equipped with the stone handling bucket, but you're also given your forks, which is an all-metal piece. And the last thing in the box is an instructional sheet, which simply goes over the attachment and removal and reassembly of the different attachments on the loader. Okay, let's begin the review by taking a look at the loader with the stone handling bucket equipped. As you can see, this is an unusual style bucket with really only two end teeth and a very concaved or angled bucket on it. You can see that it does have some perforation or visibility perforation that is actually drilled and see-through. Coming over to the side, the hubs have good detailing with lugs and bolts. The tires are of a rubber compound and look pretty good. Inside the articulation joint, once again, the use of hydraulic lines for detail across the articulation joint is excellent by Universal Hobbies. The hand and grab rails are very flexible plastic, but they are thin and to scale, so we'll give it a pass. There are some small work lights all throughout, small radial antennas. There are two twin exhaust stacks and a single air cleaner. The perforations for the engine cover look absolutely great, but because there is a mix of plastic and die-cast used, and it really stands out here, you can see that the mix of two different colors of yellow do stand out and detract from the model a bit. Moving towards the rear, you can see the lights and the big, large radiator fan, which again is see-through. You can almost spin it if you have a small enough pointer to reach in there and spin it around. The left side of the machine, much the same. You have a large access stair, your handrails, your lights, those also nicely detailed wheel hubs, and of course the articulation joint pivot point with those very nice hoses. The Komatsu logo graphics all throughout, very sharp, and for whatever reason, there is a blue and white mark only on the right side of the bucket. It's not present on the left side. Looking at the front of the machine, your large single hydraulic ram cylinder with two hydraulic lines going to it, your standard wheel loader Z-bar linkage, and your two forward-facing work lights. The Komatsu seat has a Komatsu logo on the back of the seat, a single windshield wiper, which you can actually move with the pointer, and a detailed cab interior. That's the detail. If you want to see the detail underneath, that gives us a good look at the bucket, which again, actually has some underside detail. Bottom reads, Komatsu WA600 scale 1/50 by Universal Hobbies, made in China. Now, unfortunately, this wheel loader, just like the 475 by Universal Hobbies, does not have any rear wheel oscillation on the rear axle, which again, bit of a disappointment there. So, as we're already on to functionality, let's continue with it. Again, the doors don't open, which is really a shame because the interior on these Universal Hobbies models are really something to be desired. They're quite detailed. Range of articulation, good, not excellent. It is a bit shallow, something maybe we'd like to see more of, but something is always better than nothing. So how does the loader arms work with the stone handling bucket equipped. You can go up to a height of here. Not bad at all. You can tilt your bucket back to here without forcing anything, and you can push it forward to here without forcing anything, which again is suboptimal and pretty poor if we're being honest. There's not going to be a whole lot of rocks tumbling out of that bucket at that angle. So how are things at the lower end? You can get an okay carry angle and a good cutting angle. So let's pose it with the bucket attached next to an articulated dump truck. In this case, I've brought over a Diecast Masters Caterpillar 745 articulated dump truck. And as you can see, it has no problem getting over the side. But again, because the dump angle is so poor, it's not a very realistic looking dumping angle, especially for these two models. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, the model will have the forks attached to it, and we'll go over that functionality. The way to remove them is very simple. If you look at the back of the connection joint, there are two Phillips screws in black. Again, might be a little bit difficult to see on camera. There's one here and one here. So while we're on break, I'm going to switch out the attachments, and when we come back, you will see the loader with the forks attached to the machine. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this short break. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Obviously, as you can see right now, we have the stone fork attachment on the wheel loader now. It is a die-cast metal component, which is very nice to see. I was afraid this might be plastic before I received this model in person. I'm happy to report that even the forks themselves are metal, so it should be able to carry a fair amount of weight, especially if you have some small stone or pebbles and you want to use this in a small quarry or mining diorama. So let's now check out the functionality with this equipped. Let's see how high it can go. Can go up to about here. You can turn it to there, or obviously you'd want to probably leave it closer to a level position if you're carrying a load. You can tilt it back to here if you want to, and you can bring it down level to the ground where we had it before. So what I've done is I've gone out to the neighbor's yard, stolen a rock from their garden, and we're going to test and see if this thing can carry it. Now, obviously, this is a pretty heavy rock, so I don't expect this thing to be able to carry this. But let's see. You're going to find out in real time. There you go. Actually, this loader is carrying it, and it's not flopping over. There you go. So as described, this 1/50th scale stone handler can actually carry a stone and transport it from one position to another. Rather pleasing there. You want to see it from the front. There's no camera trickery. This is a large garden stone, which may or may not get put back in my neighbor's garden. Haven't really decided yet. So that will conclude this review. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Again, this is the Universal Hobbies 1/50th scale Komatsu WA600 stone handler wheel loader. You are provided with two attachments, whether it's the stone handling forks or the stone handling bucket. It is an unusual machine to add to your collection with a very specialized purpose, but that might make it all the more intriguing to pick it up and add it to your collection. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. Be safe, be well. I'll see you in the next review.